You know the expression timing is everything? Well, it may not be everything, but it's a lot. And there are a few other things that I want to throw into the mix here with timing is everything. Hi, I'm Ada Hasloecher with the Divorce and Family Mediation Center. And I want to talk about an interesting quote that I read in a fascinating book written by Doris Kearns Goodwin, the historian, called Leadership in Turbulent Times. That was the name of the book. I read it on my camping trip, and she profiled four American presidents: Abraham Lincoln, Theodore Roosevelt, Franklin Roosevelt, and Lyndon Johnson. And I want to focus on the Abraham Lincoln quote that Teddy Roosevelt actually expressed. And this is what had happened. During Teddy Roosevelt's presidency, there was a huge coal strike. And believe it or not, presidents did not have a lot of power to intervene in businesses at that time. And Teddy Roosevelt was not one to sit back and do nothing. For those of you who have read history and you know this about him. And he was a very big fan of Abraham Lincoln and had read multiple books about him. And one of the quotes in this book, and I'm going to read it to you, was this. He had a good idea what Lincoln's worry was during the Civil War, when he was denounced by extremists on one side for not going far enough and on the other for going too far. In the present coal strike, conservatives were roundly denouncing him, Teddy, for showing sympathy with the miners, while the progressives wanted him to take the coal barons by the throat. Most of all, Roosevelt emphasized, Lincoln's character, and here's the quote, provided the most telling model. And this was the quote, to try to be good-natured and forbearing and to free myself from vindictiveness. Wow. So I looked up the word forbearance because, we kind of use these words and we don't always know what they mean. And to forbear means to keep oneself in check, to control oneself under provocation. And he was being provoked by both sides. So why I thought this was an interesting quote to share with you today is because when clients are in mediation, buttons are pushed, triggers are created, and it takes a lot to take a deep breath, take a step back, and not jump right away into another provocation. And as mediators, we're trained to manage all of that, not only in the mediation with our clients, but as human beings, because we are that as well. So I want to leave you with that today, to really think about, having a good nature, being forbearing, and not to be vindictive. Hard to do, important to do. And thank you for listening today, because I thought this was something that would be really great to share. Ada Hasloecher, Divorce and Family Mediation Center. Thanks for listening.